I wake up, you know, still be trying to figure out this life shit. Can't say I got answers yet, but, you know, I feel like we all trying to figure this out. Yeah, what's a life without peace? Life without goals, life without love, life without souls, life without joy.
Welcome to Real Deal with Akil. I am your co-host, Rudy. Rudy Sutherland.
Bro, why did he do that?
Rudy Alexander, Ruciano, whatever you want to call me.
Bro,
Big Ru.
This take 3.
This is Akil. Easy is in the background showing his ass, literally. Young D. Harris in the building.
So, brother.
We got Mason. Young Mason.
Yep.
The sniper. Oh man, we've had an amazing week. A very amazing 2 weeks.
It's very
might I say.
Man.
First I want to say fuck y'all in the comments.
I ain't gonna lie, they got on you on that 7 with Donald Trump, bro.
That's
right.
cool. Everybody has their own viewpoint.
That's why you really can't talk politics with everybody.
I mean, to be honest with you, you're not supposed to.
Nah.
So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't say nothing that was,
it's my opinion.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like it's two things I always stay away from with people that at least don't have the mental or the maturity to even talk about it. It's religion and politics.
Right.
Those are two, like straight up. But I mean, it wasn't nothing crazy. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. Like, it wasn't like, uproar. Like, shit, you know.
Akil calling me crazy.
Nah, that's just the fact that, you know.
Nah, nigga, if you call me crazy, it's cool.
Nah, it's just, you know, saying something. I mean, hey, but at the end of the day, hey, we live in a country where this shit like we in a simulation.
Hey,
so you might be right.
How I look at it is, what Donald Trump eat don't make me shit.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we all got to still get out there and go get it. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, but nah, we'll just cut through the shit, man. I mean, we literally are recording this podcast based on what happened these past 2 weeks. It's only 2 topics.
Yeah,
we got some shit happening in our city we'll get into later, but at the same time, like the main.
Yeah.
GNX.
Yeah.
Album review.
Yeah.
And then Drake, but the 2 topics leads into subtopics that can expand. So
I mean, where do you want to start? Do we want to start with the GNX review?
So I do want to review that, because that shit is important to review that album. Okay. Because now it's great to review the album a week later versus first listen,
right? Because
we listened to it. I've listened to it at least 20 times.
I can't tell you
on repeat. Like you know what I mean? Like it's not even a number at this point, because it's not a lot of albums I want to listen to for this month and the rest of the year. Yeah. And he dropped it surprisingly. So definitely nothing else to listen to. The only time I listened to something outside of that album was during Thanksgiving. People, family around.
I didn't even.
And a Friendsgiving.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Other than that, I've listened to podcasts and I've listened to Leon Thomas, which honestly, that's a conversation that needs to be had as well. I feel like Leon Thomas might have dropped the album of the year.
R&B wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll get into that because we to redo the wrap up.
Yeah.
Shit, we didn't do a wrap up last year, but we'll get into that. Yeah. We'll do the wrap up at the end of the year.
But going back to GNX, dog.
This is our review. We listened to it too many times to not give like a thorough review on that album.
I mean, where do we start? I mean, we can do this track by track, how we want to go about it. Because my thing is, first of all, Oh my God, this dude is amazing. Because also one thing that we're not taking into consideration, and I feel like everybody's not taking into consideration, is the fact that everything that the media and these academic heads or Drake heads say that Kendrick didn't do, he did it. And did it with ease. Yeah. And you can tell just by the albums that we expect from Kendrick is very deep, detailed puzzles.
That's the beauty of it.
This was straight to the point.
Yeah.
There was no, hold on, let me dissect this, that, and the third. It was straight up, here you go. And it was West Coast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I loved, because as music, we talk about this all the time, the fact that music for some reason doesn't have a cultural sound anymore. Right. As far as, all right, a West Coast artist doesn't sound like a West Coast artist. A Southern artist doesn't sound like a Southern artist.
Yeah.
An East Coast artist doesn't sound like an East Coast artist. To be honest with you, even when it comes to the East Coast, everybody from the East Coast sounds like they from Chicago.
Yeah.
You know, Atlanta is Atlanta. Even when it come down to Houston, a lot of them try to sound like they from Atlanta. But this was a West Coast album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is what you expect when you want to hear that type of culture.
Yeah.
And I think he did that to the T. Not even just from an LA standpoint, but from a Bay standpoint as well. Because, like, I was just hearing some amazing shit. So I appreciate that from a Kendrick album. I appreciate that from Kendrick because it felt like he stood up for his side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, no, everything you said I agree with. So, to add on to it, it's more so for me. Let me ask this question. Because we grew up in the Dat Piff era.
Right.
We don't consider Section 8 as the first album. We always consider Good Kid. But technically, quote unquote.
I look at Section 80 as an album.
Okay, let's do that. If we're taking Section 80 as the first album, and we go from Section 80 to Good Kid to Untitled or Pimp Butterfly, however you want to put it, Damn, Miss Morale, and GNX. What I love about his catalog, every album is literally different.
I agree.
Every album. Like GNX is for the West Coast. Like we talked about.
Yeah.
This is his Astroworld. Like how Astroworld to us for Travis Scott was that masterpiece.
I like how you took my point.
But no, it's your point. No, for sure. Like, it's your point. But it's that's what GNX, you know what I'm saying, for the West Coast. But for me, this is what I like about the album the most. For one, of course, 12 songs. That's why it's so easy to replay.
Yeah.
But another thing for me, the number one thing is he put people on that's underground LA. That's underground West Coast.
I agree.
Like that to me was the main thing for me. It's like, dude, you putting on people that nigga, I thought the song with Dodie 6, when I first heard it, I thought that was YG.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You were saying that in the car. I was like, nah, nigga, this is Dodie.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's like, bro, I thought this was YG. He's putting on people that we don't know.
Yeah.
So what he's doing, he's taking his platform and he's showing these like, yo, we got some talent in our hood, in our city. And I'm putting these guys on. And we're gonna get to Drake in a minute. And people owe me an apology. But I'm gonna lead to that. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, that was the main thing I liked about the album a lot. I knew, man, we had a point now with the Kendrick catalogs, dog. Source Magazine with the 5 mics. We don't expect nothing less than a 4.
I agree.
Like, so I already knew it was gonna deliver.
Yeah.
What a surprise drop. But for me, it was about putting on them guys from LA. And now what's going to happen is now they got a platform and they're going to go on tour.
So here's the thing also that I don't think that people are really looking at. And this is something that I feel like every city, every coast should really take this is the most important part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
The fact that he took these artists that we as in the world may not know, but the West Coast does know.
Yeah.
But he put them in a position to where they can win.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I'm saying more of a standpoint of like, hey, look, this is how you do this.
Yeah.
This is how you create quality. He showed them how to create quality.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, like even Lefty Gunplay.
Yeah.
He put him in a place to where he could win, in my opinion. He showed him how you use yourself. He produced them, and that's something that in the music industry that doesn't happen, especially in Houston. Like this is something that I would expect. Kendrick did something that no superstar has done, in my opinion. When we say that GNX is the West Coast's Astroworld, I'm saying that from a standpoint of what if Travis Scott took a lot of these artists under his wing and produced them and showed them how to create quality?
Yeah.
Because that's what Kendrick did.
Right.
Atlanta does it already. But these are the things that we talk about when we say, hey, create moments for your coast.
Yeah.
Put people on. That's how you put people on, by showing them how to create quality. This doesn't happen every day.
No, not at all.
He produced these cats. He was Kanye West. He was Quincy Jones for these artists on the West.
Yeah.
I think that's an understatement. I don't feel like everybody's giving him enough credit for what he did in this situation. Because these records are amazing. Even down to like the fact, and I feel like I know how he did it, but that Dodger Blue record,
Bruh.
you just said like, man, where the fuck is Roddy Ricch in this record? That hook has damn near 5 or 6 people on the hook. Four, no, I'm saying 5 or 6. I think it's like 4. I can hear where Roddy Ricch comes in.
Right.
But the fact that I know that he probably had them all do the same hook over and over, and he took pieces of everybody's hook and made it the hook. That doesn't happen every day. That does not happen. We talking about pure artistry at this point.
So, and I want to ask a question too, because this has always been a discussion about with people. So when it came to like a Kendrick and Drake, remember that theory they had about Kendrick and Drake and Cole was that Drake was the better artist, Kendrick made the better albums, Cole is a better rapper. I think that's debunked quickly, because when they say Drake is a better artist over Kendrick, just because you can sing does not make you a better artist than somebody. Because if you think about Kendrick's artistry, it's not just okay, you're rapping. He's doing more than that. He's in the booth. He's picking and choosing. He's detailed. You know what I mean? Like it's more. He can go through multiple genres, like funk. You know what I'm saying? You got hip hop. He can do all of these things. Plus, also being detailed with the albums and how he's picking and choosing.
Well, I feel like Kendrick is he's a student.
Yeah.
Not saying Drake isn't, because Drake is a student of the game, but I feel like Drake is the bigger pop star. Kendrick is the better artist, if that makes sense.
Yeah, in hip hop, yeah.
When it comes to hip hop, as far as pop and everything that circles around music, I feel like Drake is that, and we're gonna get to everything when it comes to Drake a little bit later. But when it comes to a hip hop artist and a composer and vision, I feel like Kendrick takes the cake between them 3.
Yeah.
Easily, because I have a take. I think at this point, given the success of everything that he's done in the past year, but not even the past year, but just classic album after classic album after classic album, man, we got to crown this man as the greatest of all time.
I agree. I've been said after me. I've been said after not like us, he's the best ever.
I feel like in a lot of ways, there's no holes in his resume. when it comes to Drake is great for what he is, but I feel like Drake has a lot of misses. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Drake, and when I say greatest of all time, I'm talking about in hip hop. I think Drake is more focused on being a pop star than he is being
like a hip hop,
a rapper.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And there's no shot to him, but when we talk about culture, when we talk about hip hop and what hip hop means to all of us, Kendrick embodies that to the T. To, you know, like this album said it all.
It said everything.
Like this album said it all from a standpoint of like, look, it's like, okay, when you playing 2K and you say, hey, look, I'm gonna take the sorriest team, and not saying the West Coast is a sorry team or the people on that album was sorry artists.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take this team and I'm gonna take them to the top.
Right.
This man took artists that we didn't know about from a worldwide standpoint and put them on this album and made them sound, it sequenced so perfectly. Do you know what kind of, because this could have failed tremendously.
Yeah, because he took a risk. Because
That
he put
was
on
a
these underground artists.
Yes.
Because remember when it came out, you had some people that was out there saying, man, you didn't need to have all the Dodie 6 and Left Eye Gun. You didn't need that.
Man, look. But here's the thing. The public was saying that he wasn't putting people on the West on. Now you can't say that.
Right.
How many artists on that album did you say, I ain't know who the fuck this was? How many of them did you still think to yourself like, damn, I don't know. I got to look at the credits.
Yeah.
When the last time you had to look at the credits?
Exactly.
That's like the essence of hip hop. I remember as a kid, even just in general, like, man, even to this day, before I look at anything, I look at who the credits is in.
Yeah.
Who is a part of this record? Who created this?
Yeah.
Like, can we? Like, how amazing is that? The essence of what this is, the purity of what it is, the rawness.
And that's the thing too, because you gotta look, okay. And that's another reason, and I'm gonna get to the whole GOAT thing as well, but like if you take Kendrick and when he came in on the West Coast and when they crowned him, think about the West Coast before Kendrick came, before Good Kid, Mad City. Think about the West Coast before Good Kid, Mad City. What was happening? And then honestly, okay, I'm thinking about the East Coast as well, but the West Coast just itself. Before Good Kid, Mad City, what was the West Coast? Like, who was the top dog like that?
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nobody.
It wasn't anything. So Kendrick was like the savior. You know what I'm saying? So
I wouldn't even just cap it at the West Coast. I would say of hip hop. Because the thing is, I think we've lost the vision of what hip hop. Like, I had somebody come to me and say, "What's hip hop? Like, what's hip hop culture?" The fact that we even having this conversation is a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Kendrick is giving the essence of what hip hop is.
Yeah.
The essence, like, this album describes what hip hop is. Just even the fact that you have to sit down and think about what this man is saying, from all aspects, from a community aspect to, like, bro, this album, he delivered on all cylinders. And what's crazy is, for me, is I feel like he did it with ease because it was straightforward and to the point. Any of his other albums, you got to think through this shit. You got to listen to this shit a couple times to really get the vision of what he's trying to do. I feel like this album, it was so straightforward, but at the same time, you still do got to think through all this shit because now we all having think tanks of exactly what everything means, even down to the music videos.
Yeah. You got to dissect everything with Kendrick, and you got to understand what he's talking about. What's his message? But
when we look at some of the greats when it came to Jay-Z, Nas, DMX, Rakim, LL Cool J, a lot of these artists, you had to sit down and think like, okay, what is this person trying to? Scarface. What is this person trying to? What is the message? What are you trying to tell me?
Yeah.
And for the longest, we didn't have that, especially now.
Yeah.
So, man, we got to give this man his credit. Even from track 1 to track 12. This was amazing. This was an amazing body of work. The only record that I don't really like,
GNX.
that's it.
That's the only thing. So my thing with that song is, do we don't like because we're not in the West Coast?
I believe so.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is, because I'm like, okay, Kendrick he's picky. He's not gonna just put no throwaway on an album.
I agree.
That song, I'm pretty sure we go to LA or Cali, we're going to understand that particular song.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be like, okay, that song, you know what I'm saying? We not gonna like it.
But you tell me an album to where every record on there you can, it's there for you.
Yeah, I mean,
As far as, I don't want to say that. I'm not even gonna say that. But you tell me an album to where every record
talked about him. And hip hop is tough.
even with Get Rich or Die Trying, it's a record that for everybody that everybody would skip.
It happens all the time. I mean, there's always some albums that you're going to skip 1 or 2 songs. It no matter what genre it is.
But yeah. You a J. Cole fan, it's one album the way you it's a bunch of albums where you like, okay, one I can live without. Huh?
Kendrick got one song on there they ain't really all that.
GNX.
Yeah, GNX. But that's what I said.
Classic though.
But that's what I'm saying. Huh?
They make it a classic.
Well, you can have an
Hold
album.
on, are you saying it's a classic?
Oh, GNX?
Yeah. Okay.
It's too soon. It's too soon to determine.
But what I will say, Not Like Us is the greatest diss record of all time.
Bro, y'all caught me overreacting when I first said that 2 weeks after the song came out.
It was too early.
But I knew because of the ramifications. I knew at that time, I said, bro, the ramifications of this song, we're not going to say it immediately, but it's going to take until that shit possibly happens to him, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, bro, he had an EP of disses. So you got 4 songs he did. 3 of those is going to be in the top 10 of all time, top 5. One of them is going to be number 1. If you want to say Meet the Ground's number 1, cool. If you want to say Euphoria or Not Like Us, I'm cool with that. But 3 out of those 4 songs is going to be in that top 5, top 10, or top 8 of diss tracks of all time. You know what I'm saying? So when you say Not Like Us, I understand, because at the same time, Not Like Us, bro, it's this generation's Hit 'Em Up. And that had features.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah.
Okay. And that's what I said before. Think about Hit 'Em Up. We loved that song, and we was babies when the song came out. You know what I'm saying? So we think about the most iconic line. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. We remember that shit. First off, fuck the rest of the song. We don't sing that shit. Not Like Us. We sing that shit from beginning to end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But okay, so then we had a conversation before, and I told y'all
There was more than one person on Hit 'Em Up.
That's my whole point.
Yeah.
So my whole point on Hit 'Em Up was that.
But also, okay, so here's the thing. With Not Like Us, what took it over the top is that he created an anthem. And when you create an anthem intentionally, it becomes bigger than itself, if that makes sense. Because now you got kids saying, freaky ass nigga, I'ma see none.
But I heard somebody on Instagram story had they recording their daughter drawing something, and she's singing Not Like Us.
I'm telling you, because it's an anthem. So the thing with Drake, when he did back to back, yes, it was a club record. You can play this record in the club. You can play it in the strip club. Not Like Us, you can play that motherfucker at the NFL. We've been watching fucking LeBron James and fucking
we seen Westbrook dance to it.
We seen Jokic dance to Not Like Us.
He was singing the song. Because you can make a motto out of that. You could be like, hey, this team is not like us.
Yes.
Or this company, this whatever,
Yes.
this whoever it is. Like,
Yes.
it's a whole anthem.
It's an anthem. That's what makes it the greatest diss record of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, No,
that's how it's going to happen. Like,
What I'm saying is like what the PR is was great. It was genius. You dropped that song when? First week of May, right?
yeah.
All right. Drop the video. When they dropped that music video?
in July.
July, right? All right. You taking months. All right, probably down a little bit. But trust me, for the concert, I'm going to play this mug 10 times.
But the concert was in June, though.
So it was,
The concert was in June.
Exactly. So it took a little time. You know, after the song, when the song come out, of course, we jammed the heck out of that mug 2 or 3 weeks. But then, so when June came, he resurrected that mug to a whole nother level.
But you know why though? Because everybody was like, we want to hear this in person for the first time, and he only played it in public one time. So, but we always say, we was like, man, football season, HBCU bands. Oh, that. So it wasn't the fact that they manufactured the hit. It was the fact that the people chose that song. Like, it's like, bro, this is.
No, I feel like this is organic as fuck.
It wasn't no manufactured like fake hit. Like, it was like, bro, we seen the reaction.
This wasn't forced.
And then dropped the music video a month later.
But that's you're supposed to do.
Like how you do the video.
But
Now we gonna be smart about
but here's the thing. One thing about Kendrick that we never had a problem with is the fact that he was always calculating in everything that he did, even down to the album rollout. I don't know, other than Hove, damn near, I don't know any other artist that is as calculated as he is.
Bro, did you see what they said about the GNX theory?
What?
They said he dropped it on a day that JFK got assassinated.
Yeah.
And it was like, he got assassinated in Texas. Drake lives in Texas now. Oh, that's how calculated this nigga is. We going to debunk. We going that
here's
far.
The thing, he playing with him now.
Yeah.
He know he's in his head.
Yeah.
It's not a. I don't feel like it's a secret on what this man is. He's that. See, here's the thing, and I know before we get into it, I rate the album a fucking A plus. I feel like he only missed one time, and that was a GNX record. Other than that, I feel like that album is gonna live on for a minute.
Out of 12 songs, 11 out of 12, bruh. And GNX, I'm gonna put like this with GNX. If we go to Cali and we hear that, we're gonna have a different feeling, bro.
Yeah. I just told you earlier, I can't wait to go to Cali. I gotta feel how this shit feel.
So let's play a game. This is only 12 songs. Let's do like the Source with the 5 mics, song by song. Whacked Out Mirrors, I give it 5 mics.
Of course.
What came after? Squabble Up.
Oh, Squabble Up. Okay, do you think they lived up to the hype?
To me, yeah.
I agree too.
To me, I say 5.
I give it 5.
Luther,
5.
4 for me. 4 for me. What came after that? Oh, Man at the Garden. Man on the Garden.
I give it a 5.
Nigga, that's 5.
Yeah.
What song was after that? What song was after Man on the Garden? Darling, what song was after Man on the Garden?
Was the TV off?
No. Reincarnated?
Oh no. It was
Oh my God, I'm tripping. I got it. Hey now.
5,
Five.
nigga.
5.
That nigga did, bro. That nigga pulled a Fabo.
Reincarnated. 5. 6.
Started see.
Reincarnated is a 5.
Some rose cream, nigga. Yeah.
Reincarnated is a 5. TV off. 5.
5.
Even, you know what's so funny about Lefty Gunplay? He said 4 words, but those 4 words, some of the most 4 powerful words right now.
But this speaks more on the genius of Kendrick. The fact that you know this nigga can't rap for shit, but you gonna find a way to make this nigga work.
Bruh. Yes.
Come on, man. Any other motherfucker would have been like,
I can't have him on the song, man.
He said, no, we're gonna figure this shit out.
Yeah. Dodger Blue.
Man, I get it at a 5. I get it at a 10.
And they got a line dance to it.
A lot of people saying they didn't like it, but I don't understand how you don't like their record.
At first, to me, when I first heard it, first listen, I was like, it's 3, 4. But then when I started hearing it more, I said, okay. And then when I saw the line dance, I said, oh, that's a 5. I said, bro, I saw a video. Dog, breaking news. Christian McCaffrey suffered a season-ending PCL injury. All right, back to Kendrick.
I won that trade. I won that trade. I'm sorry. I'm not happy that he got hurt, but I'm happy that I don't have to deal with him.
Yeah.
There we go.
Dodger Blue though. No, real talk. Back to it though. 5. Now they got the line dance too. I give it a 5. Peekaboo's a 5 for me.
I give it a 4.
What they talking about? They talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. I like it. I fuck with it.
I give it a 4.
Hard Part 6 or 5 for me.
I give it a 5. A lot of people saying they didn't like the Hard Part 6 or whatever. That you have to be a TDE fan, or you have to have listened to the Kendrick Lamar.
What's your
LP.
favorite Hard? Mine's is 1. Mine's Hard Part 1.
Is that the one that's on?
He had the sample beat. God damn it.
The one that was on. I like the one that was on. Overly Dedicated.
Yeah.
Part 2. My favorite one.
Yeah, mine's 1. All right, GNX. Damn. Is this?
I give it a 3. And it
until further
not
notice.
for me.
Yeah,
it's
until
not
further
for me.
notice. Yeah. I think every adult feels that way because I heard Joe Budden podcast. He said the same shit.
Yeah,
They're like, it's not it.
It's just not for me.
Yeah, I fuck 2.
Yeah,
I never give a Kendrick. Bro, Kendrick's song 2 is crazy.
Yeah, I give it a 3.
Gloria. What he was talking about?
Oh, 5.
Niggas thought he was talking about a woman. Nigga, he was talking about the rap game.
5. That was like I Gave You Life by Nas.
He's amazing, bro.
Nah, this dude is off the charts.
So I do want to go back to what you said earlier, though. We were talking about.
Hold on, what do you get a whole album?
I get most songs 5s. 1 through 10, or you talking about like 1 through 5?
1 through 5.
Oh, 1 through 5 is a 4.8.
I give it a 4.5.
Yeah, I get that bitch a 4.8, 4.7 because of the GNX song.
Yeah.
If he took out the GNX song,
It's perfect.
oh my God, nigga, we talking about 11 for 11.
It's perfect.
And there's not even no bias. Like, it's
It's
literally 11 for 11.
Yeah. I agree.
But here's the... See, I ain't gonna get in the whole classic shit. I ain't gonna get
Nah,
into it.
give it time.
Yeah, give it some time.
Give it time.
Give it, let it go on tour.
Because the
you know what
thing
I mean?
is,
Like,
one thing about this album is I feel like it's the most replayable album of Kendrick's. Other than Good Kid, Mad City, and Damn, I feel like it's up there.
And if there's a double album to it...
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
He's finna shut the... Bro, he's shutting the
Hey,
rap game down, bro.
Look,
Hey,
King Kendrick.
so...
He is... Now, hold on. Before we get to where we about to go now.
I want to stay on Kendrick just for one.
Yeah,
I want to
nah,
get to your point.
Nah, I'm with you. I want to stay on this as well. All right. So we know what's going on, right? And we going to get to what's going on. My $1 million question is, Kendrick, what are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you took the torch. Now the attention is on you.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? That's the $1 million question. Are you going to play fool to the industry games, or are you going to stay who you are? Because that's the most important thing about this. Because now at this point, when I'm looking at how the game is being played at this point, I don't feel like you can come out, or anybody can come out with anything that's not saying some kind of meaning. And one thing I know about these labels and in the music industry is they have ways of having tactics to make you do things that may not be of your cloth.
Yeah.
And also, from a business standpoint, how do you move? The $1 million question to me is, what is Kendrick gonna do with the torch?
I think we know though. I mean, like,
well, we can't say that because at a certain point, which we about to, I'm pretty sure we about to get into it. We thought that Drake was gonna do the right thing.
Did we? I mean, like, honestly, did we though?
I believe that he did because when you take projects like So Far Gone, you would think that the route that he took wouldn't have been the route that he's taking.
Yeah.
We didn't know that he would do the things that he was going to do. So, it's not even a worry because I feel what you're saying. Mm-hmm. But my thought process is, where in the next 10 years, how are we going to look at Kendrick?
Yeah.
Because I don't believe that he would do X, Y, and Z, but I didn't believe that Drake would have as well.
Right. My thing is, I just didn't think with Drake to, like, carry the torch because Kendrick and Cole they was right behind them when they came to, like, that generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this generation, the 2010s, dog, like, those are the three for sure. But me personally, I didn't expect Drake to, like, carry the torch and do all these magnificent. Like I said, I lost hope after Views. Like, after Views, I said, I don't know.
Before Views, we had a certain depiction of who Drake was.
Yeah. Some people argue number one, and I wasn't mad at that.
Yeah, at that moment.
Yeah. Like, Thank Me Later. Not Thank Me Later, I'm sorry. Nothing Was the Same. I said, okay, if you want to have number one, that's fine. There's a clear three. Cole, Kendrick, Drake. Like, it was no order, however you want to put it. Nigga, 1A, B, C.
I agree. It's all about what your preference was.
Mm-hmm. In 2013, for sure. Yeah.
But at this point, I feel like Kendrick just looks like the strong
right now,
man.
it's he took the throne, bro. It's like what, and I remember, I think I told you this before. I told you this already. Think about wrestling. Think about WWE for a minute. When you're okay, so we grew up in the Attitude Era, obviously. Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, all these guys. You're great when you don't have to hold the belt. When you don't need the belt around your waist as a champion and you still getting a lot of love and popularity, people fuck with you, you know you're doing something great. You can operate as not being the number one person with the championship belt. So but you have other people that don't know how it feels without the belt. They operate different. They move different. They feel like once they lose that number one spot, they feel like all hell breaks loose. They feel like the world's about to end.
Right.
Kendrick is not the type of guy. He don't need the championship belt. He can just take that bitch from you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you look at Drake right now, what's happening right now, in his mind and to the general public that don't listen to hip hop all the time, the general public.
Right.
They looked at Drake as the number one guy in the game.
Right.
So now for the first time, those same people that looked at him at number one, it's not looking at him number one. They're looking at Kendrick now, and they're saying, I think it's Kendrick now. You know, 69, they singing Not Like Us everywhere now. It's mainstream. Right. Superman. Nigga gonna win Song of the Year in the Grammys.
Right.
He don't know how to operate without the championship belt around his waist.
Well, that's because, and I think we had this conversation before, I feel like the Drake fan base aren't particularly hip-hop fans.
More pop fans.
They're more pop fans, but they have a different depiction of what hip-hop is.
Right.
Like, I've had this conversation with a couple people, and they're like, what's hip-hop culture? And for you to even ask that question, that means that you're not hip-hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got a lot of people that don't understand hip-hop in itself and what it means and what's the pure origin of what it is, that have a lot of opinions and things of that nature because their king is. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but he's falling.
Yeah.
But the reason why you even look at it like that, because we were all looking at this battle as if, not, I can say me, put it like this. I wasn't looking at it as, oh, Kendrick is hip hop and Drake ain't. And I wasn't saying that. I was looking at it as a standpoint of, you got two hip hop artists that's going heads up. And it's cool because that's what hip hop is.
Right.
When we look at some of the greatest, and this is why I say I feel like Kendrick is probably the greatest of all time. Music, morale, stance, and battle. How many you talk about what did Drake say? He said he got hella war medallions because he's a war veteran.
Oh my God, dude.
My thing is, the only thing for Kendrick at this point, because he had classic albums, the morale was on point, he stood up for the people. The only thing he was missing was taking down a giant. And he did that.
Yeah.
And nobody else, when it comes to looking at his resume, has the same resume. Jay-Z's my favorite rapper of all time. He has hella misses. Kendrick ain't got a miss.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck who you are. When you look back at, even people talk about missing morale, I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a man. When I go back and listen to these records, this is things that I think about in a daily basis, and this is my opinion. Akil, when it came to Drake, we couldn't live through his discography because I'm not fucking with little girls no more. And when I say little girl, I'm not speaking from a pedophile standpoint, but I'm not fucking with 26 years old.
Yeah.
I got a child. I got a wife. I'm not in the club no more.
Yeah.
He didn't allow his audience to grow with him. So now these records don't mean too much to us because you still trying to stay young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I look at hip hop and I look at that battle and I look at both of their resumes, we were looking at it from an objective standpoint. Man, it's an obvious winner.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Because at the end of the day, after that battle, we were still looking at Drake. Well, at least I was still looking at Drake for who Drake was.
Yeah.
I feel like after these petitions, after the defamation, I've never seen anything like this, which I understand it on a different level when it comes to his purpose of doing that now. But if we just looking at it for what it is from a hip hop standpoint, Not Like Us has to be the greatest diss record of all time.
It has to be. And like I said, I'm not disagreeing. And as I say, pick your poison. If you want Not Like Us, if you want Euphoria, if you want
Euphoria is slept on, bro.
I don't see how though. That's my thing. It's like Euphoria was the one that was the. A lot of people say they like Euphoria more than Not Like Us.
I do.
Like,
I don't know what else, motherfucker. Even when it came down to Meet the Grams, he dissected this man. We seen. Okay.
Oh my god!
Now,
I wish I had a video
hold
for
on.
that, bro. Come
Hold
on,
on.
man.
Can we get to this list? Okay, I got a list. I have a list. This is perfect. I told you earlier, there's a list of niggas you do not fuck with. They are too strategic and too surgical. You leave them motherfuckers alone. I never forget. And he's on my list. When Drake went heads up with Pusha T, I told everybody, I said, he better not respond. Just let him just talk. Don't go heads up with this man. That's one of them niggas you leave alone. Let him do whatever the fuck he gonna do. Pusha T is one of them ones. He got too much time on his hands. And he's too fucking good. And he don't give a fuck. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
That told me everything I needed to know about Drake when it came down to a hip hop standpoint.
And what was the list you talking about?
All right, so my list. My list. Kendrick. And no
What
order.
we talking about?
No order.
As far as,
leave that motherfucker alone.
and that means to people that don't know is,
Don't bark up that tree will fall on you.
so we talking about, hey, don't fuck with these motherfuckers in a beef or
In a rap beef, leave him alone. Don't even unless you ready to go to war.
shit, him, her, shit. There's some hers out there that you don't want to fuck with.
Leave them alone. Do not fuck with them.
And we talking
If
about all
you're
the time, we
not
talking
ready,
about
I would say now.
now. Okay.
All time, that's a nice little list.
Yeah.
But right now,
RP DMX, because he was on my list.
Shit.
Yeah, that's a motherfucker.
Leave
Jay-Z
that
didn't want to
alone.
see him.
Yeah.
Truth
Shit,
be told.
man, another nigga from back in the day, Big L. I feel like Big L would have
Biggest
tore a
what
nigga
if.
ass up.
That's the biggest what up for hip hop.
Yes. Okay, now, my list right now, Kendrick, Pusha T, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, and I had one more.
Jadakiss.
Jadakiss. Leave them niggas alone. Leave them alone. Don't even, if they fuck with you or let them niggas slide. Cause you
Eminem.
Oh, Eminem too. Yeah. Nah, Eminem look kind of weak against Machine Gun Kelly.
See, I beat me. That's what me and you disagree. I'll take it. Eminem, I'm gonna tell you why. Look what happened after the beef. It just was a struggle. It was like a dirt off the shoulder. Eminem dropped an album this year, and it did what it had to do, and it was a good album.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, because it didn't affect Eminem.
I agree.
The shield was too. Yeah, it was unbreakable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for
I
some
mean-
people that probably dove into that beef, maybe, but that didn't.
See, but that's the same thing that you would say about Pusha T against Drake.
The only reason why I wouldn't, because Pusha T, he delivered a blow. Because he told the story of Adonis. You know what I'm saying?
And to be honest with you, that's upwards of
That's
the
what-
top
that's on-
10 disregard.
Nigga, that's in the top 5, 7. Like, yeah, it's some of the greatest disses of all time has to move over. Like, we could take it all the way back to when KRS won the bridge is falling. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could take it from that.
The bridge is over.
The bridge is over. I'm sorry. Like, the bridge is over. There's some disses that had to, move with this era. Like, but we got the same. I mean, I say, yeah, Kendrick, M, Beanie Siegel, Jadakiss, 50.
Damn, I forgot about 50. Yes.
Pusha.
Hey, I might have to switch Jadakiss out for 50. I might.
50 and J, you don't want to mess with on the beef.
Well, 50 killed niggas' careers. You just saying that shit because I take Jadakiss over J. Cole. J. Cole ain't killed the soul.
Here's a question. This is a real
Yeah,
question.
nigga.
But here's a question, though. This is a real last question. Just hip hop, not talking about just music, because we already know music. Drake is gonna be pop. He's gonna be in other genres. Did Kendrick do Drake worse than what 50 did to Ja Rule? Just hip hop. I'm not talking about house pop and R&B.
Yeah,
I'm talking about strictly
like
hip hop.
I do, because I feel like even with Ja Rule he stopped because he had a lot of legal situations going on, and even after the beef, he had hit records.
He had New York.
Yeah, he had New York. He had Wonderful, the record with him, R. Kelly and Ashanti.
Yeah.
I feel like, and there was still some kind of respect for Ja Rule. I feel like you don't do that and still go platinum multiple times after that. If it was like that, I just feel like 50 Cent was just a bigger artist at that point.
Yeah, way bigger artist, yeah. And it was a wave.
I feel like for Drake and how it looks, even though I understand what he's trying to do, the look and the timing is horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Because basically what it looks like with the defamation in a petition, it looks like as if Drake is like, we playing the dozens and you like, nigga, I'm about to tell the teacher. It's like, nigga, we were playing the same game.
So I got a question.
Uh-huh.
With him doing that, all the street shit he was talking on latest songs is out the window now.
Yeah.
Because now we not gonna believe definitely didn't believe you beginning, but now we definitely don't believe you now.
Yeah.
Because all this no face and mob ties and all this other stuff he was singing on songs, that's out the window because you got courts involved.
Yeah, it looks like you sued because you lost a battle.
You lost the bet. That's why I said the timing. What you're doing, if it's a renegotiation, all right, cool. That's fine. You might be worth than what you are, but at the same time, when you put out, oh, well, shit, they use my money, they're gonna use for me to put towards not like us.
But
like,
see, here's
come
the
on,
thing,
man.
though, Akil. This is a different fight now. Like, what's funny is Kendrick was fighting a fight that it just so happened that all of it clashed together, if that makes sense. Drake is fighting a different fight, and we're going to see exactly what that fight is, or if it's the fight that I think that it is, by how he handles the situation. Because the petition is mainly to find out what I need to sue about.
Yeah.
But also, the issue with that is the fact that a lot of the things that he's suing about, he's benefited from. To be honest with you, 90 to 100% of the people who sign to record labels have benefited from the same exact things. So these are not things that's like, it's not far-fetched at all.
Right.
We know how bots and things of that nature. 90% of the artists in the music industry right now use bots. It's a part of the industry. I've used bots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not something it's not far-fetched. The issue is, all right, what are you doing this for? Because the positive that can come into play with all of this is, if Universal or all of, okay, let's cut to the chase. If Universal is found guilty for what they're doing as far as from a payola standpoint, what that does is it exposes the entire industry to where now we have to rebuild. You tore it down for it to build up, which is an amazing thing because you got the record labels control the majority of the share. The majority of the share within the music industry. And when I say that, I'm saying, okay, the listening share. The majority of them are listening to Drake, Taylor Swift, whoever it may be.
Yeah.
If that happens and those tactics are no longer being used, now the independent artist begins to be able to have a space to where they can grow.
Yeah.
So now it's an open market. It's free enterprise at that point.
Yeah.
That's the benefit of it all. But if he settles, it continues. So now at that point, the shit that he's saying is if, hey, I'm here tubbing.
Right.
I'm trying to free all the artists.
Yeah.
It's nothing void because you just took a check, and we still in the same boat that we've been in for the past forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's really what it is. It's like, and as I said, the timing of it. I'm not. My thing is, it's okay if you want to renegotiate.
But here's the thing though. If let's say for instance, if he did it from a standpoint of, all right, let me kill some of this noise. He actually added on to it because now Like Us is up 400%.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, what was your purpose of doing all of this? If your purpose is from a renegotiating standpoint to where it's beneficial to you, cool. But the thing is, the way the media is making it sound as if you're doing something from a civil standpoint that will help others. Like you're sacrificing yourself so others can win. We gonna see.
Yeah.
We're going to see very, very soon. This is if he goes through with it the right way, this will be the most important moment in music history. And I'm not just talking from a hip hop standpoint. I'm speaking from a music business industry standpoint. This will be huge because now the power is not in one place. Now it's an even playing field to an extent.
So was this the red button he was talking about?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a red button towards Kendrick. It was a red button towards the music
That's what I'm saying.
industry.
It's two different fights. It's two different fights. And that's what the main reason why I say even when it comes to Kendrick, now it's your turn. Now the question is, what are you going to do? That's the most important moment, in my opinion, for a Kendrick. What are you going to do now? Are you going to set it straight? Because now you have the power. You're the king. You have the power to control everything. Because now all the conscious artists are starting to come back into fold, which I've been saying for years. I knew that consciousness was going to come back.
Yeah.
But how it was going to come back, no one knew. Because right now, that's what we need. What is going to happen?
Yeah.
Because all this shit is a revolving door. We've been here before, whether you know it or not. We just haven't been in a situation to where the music industry is being exposed. That's the most important part of all of this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck the beef. The beef is over. It was gonna happen regardless. But at the same time, Drake is so important within all of this because he controls so much of the market share. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna, if we being completely honest, are you gonna sell everybody out for a check? Or are you gonna stand on business and expose this whole game and make it an even playing field? And not even it won't ever be an even playing field, but it won't be as fucked up as it is now.
Yeah. Because
all of these things that he's saying, he's used from the payola, from the bots, all of these things. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
We about to see some shit, and if you give a fuck about music, pay attention. If you don't, enjoy the ride.
Right. That's really what it is at this point. Because now with everything about to happen, it's like shit. We might be thinking Drake later. Remember that album "Thank Me Later"? We might be like, shit.
To be honest, if he plays his cards the right way, hey, you gotta give him his just due. The only thing I would say is everything makes sense. If he's doing what I think he's doing, from the 100 gigs to posting on Instagram, it all makes sense now.
He wants to get out that deal.
Well, it's not only that. He has to gauge exactly what the numbers do. What's real and what's fake.
Right.
You can't fake certain shit.
Yeah.
So if I do certain shit and people come, it A, gives me leverage from a renegotiating standpoint, and then B, you can't tell me what I can and can't do because I'm watching it. I'm looking at it live.
Exactly. It's
collecting data. It's gaining all the information that I need to go forward. It all makes sense now. All of this shit makes so much sense now.
So are we at the conclusion now with what Drake did, or we're saying it's more like, okay, so if we, on the percentage wise, what Drake did, or we're saying at this point now that we see where he's coming from more so than like, Drake acting like a Karen. Which side are we leaning on more at this point? Is it 55-45?
No, I see what he's saying.
Yeah.
I see what he's saying.
Just the
I
timing
understand.
of it.
I feel like the timing of it just fucked up, but I feel like for the greater good, if he's that's what I'm saying. We won't know until later on. Are you thinking about the greater good, or are you just thinking on some Karen shit?
That you lost a battle.
Exactly.
Which one is it?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I'm leaning more toward the greater good because I feel like he comes from the people that back him come from an independent standpoint. So they understand the tricks of the trade of what's going on.
Here's what I'm lost at though, because when my thing I'm lost at is that you went out and said that they literally, your own label, literally try to say that they artificially inflated the song. Basically what you're saying is that the song isn't what it is, which it clearly is.
Well, it benefits UMG because it's renegotiation time.
Yeah, it is.
So with renegotiation, you don't want to pay any more than what you already paid. The man's got a $400 million deal.
Yeah.
You think they want to pay $600? And on top of that, you're trying to go independent.
Yeah.
You control the majority share of the music industry. Larry Jackson said this man, his catalog is worth more than the 70s, 80s, and 90s put together.
Including Michael?
Yes.
Oh, we talking about Drake's catalog?
Yes.
His catalog is worth more than that.
Yes. But the thing is, UMG created that.
Right.
With the things that he's suing them for.
The music industry is.
So if you leave,
crazy.
here's the thing. If you leave, because 9 out of 10, I believe that Drake is trying to leave with his shit. If you leave, you take the majority of the share of the music industry, so UMG doesn't have the leverage that they usually have.
And they ain't gonna like that.
Exactly.
That we know, nigga. We seen how shit ends with that. I'm not gonna say nothing, nigga. But we know how that shit ends.
So that's why I keep saying it's a game within the game, because Kendrick is fighting a different fight than Drake is fighting.
Kendrick wants to be the top of hip hop.
No, Kendrick wants to change the narrative of what hip hop is.
Yeah.
Drake don't give a fuck about hip hop.
Right.
Drake is thinking more from an ownership standpoint, which is cool.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but don't think for a second that you still a nigga.
Yeah.
You still a nigga.
/ Jew.
They don't look at that. They looking at you being a nigga. You think we about to let, what did Cal McNair say? Let the prisoners run the yard?
Yeah, run the yard, yeah.
No. This is a bigger game. And I feel like all independent artists need to be paying attention to what's going on for the next year or two. Because it's going to get, if he gives a fuck, he not going to settle for what they're going to try to pay. Because at this point, I give you $1 billion or whatever you asking for.
Yeah.
To stay. For us to continue to own your catalog. Because we're not going to give you ownership for this shit.
But remember when I asked you that question this week, I said, we're talking about the mole. Mm-hmm. Who is the true mole in this whole thing? And I said Lucian Grange.
Yeah.
I mean, you kept saying SZA.
Yeah. I feel like
it could be both,
of them.
but I'm like, man, now that everything's playing out, it might be Lucian.
I feel like both of them, but then at the same time, with me looking at it like that, it's gonna be interesting, bro.
It is.
Because then at that point, anybody could look at Kendrick differently.
In which way?
In a way of, are you playing industry games as well? Which I know that he's not, but the average person wouldn't look at it in that standpoint.
Yeah.
He has his own mission that he's on. It's not the same, but the average person wouldn't look at it like academics type of motherfucker wouldn't look at it like that. They would look at it as you're anti-industry, but you're playing this role that is like, no, this is different. This is not that. That's why I keep saying, and that's another thing, bro. Please, man, enjoy the music. Just enjoy the music, bro. The beef was the beef. Yeah. You can like both. I love Drake's music. Well, his past music.
I like his past music, yeah, for sure.
But you can like
Previews.
both. Yeah, we can't. Is it good? Is it bad? That's all you need to think about. Fuck all that other shit that y'all talking about, bro. Cause a lot of shit y'all talking about don't make sense at all. Like, yeah. Enjoy the music.
So you can do at this point.
It's about to get real though. It's about to get real, and I'm here for it. Because if you're an independent artist, man, this is showtime. Let's just keep doing what you're doing, but just pay attention. Because if Drake does what he's supposed to do, the right thing, we're going to have a whole new ball game. If he don't, it's the same shit.
Basically.
It's the same shit. And that's going to look bad on him, in my opinion.
It's going to be interesting.
Do you think, but after that, do you feel like Drake can still do what Drake does?
In hip-hop?
Yeah. What, just in general?
In music, yes. Hip-hop, no. Only because of what transpired lately with the court. You can't talk about the same stuff like I said earlier, like mob ties and all these other things. You can't do that on your songs. Now, can you go to do an album with Gordo all day long, easily?
See, but I feel like that, I think that still hurts him. I still think it hurts him.
I don't think his next album will hit number one.
I don't either.
Because that it's going to take a hit.
I don't
Especially what you did to UMG. Oh, UMG is definitely not going to let you get number one.
Man, y'all about to see so much smut.
Because here's the thing. Now you talking about the bots thing. Remember we talked about like, yo, did you just expose yourself saying that you use bots on certain... Dog, I used to have this theory every time. I said, dog, look at the last time Drake had a song by himself. That was a true, like we all heard like, okay, this is a hit. I like, okay, this is a true hit.
The last one I heard was God's Plan.
Bro, that was 7 years ago.
And even now, when I feel like, even with God's Plan, I feel like it was a
little forced.
Yeah, it's not even a little. It was forced.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So my whole thing is when you take away the
hold on, but here's the thing. It makes sense because that's when he just signed a $400 million deal.
At that time, yeah.
So as a label, I can't let this fail. We just put $400 million in this cat. It's a tricky game, man.
Michigan Street's crazy.
It's a tricky game.
God damn. Because the people got, and that's why I say we talked about GNX. Like he put out a 12-track album. He didn't surprise. He let the people determine what's gonna be those hits. The people determined Squabble Up, TV Off, and Luther.
But Kendrick always does it.
Every time, yeah.
Even the last album, I told niggas in '95 was gonna be the single before it was a single.
But damn, he did do Humble. Humble was the one that came out before the album.
Yeah.
He dropped the video.
Yeah.
Because the video came out before the song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, okay, surprise video.
But here's the thing. I feel like he's just gotten to the point to where he's able to put out surprise albums.
Was that the first time he did like a surprise something? When he dropped Humble? I feel like Humble was the first time he did like a random drop. It was a video, and I think that was the first time he started doing that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I know I wasn't tripping.
Damn, that was a good ass album.
The album was cold.
That was a good ass album,
bro. How you want to rank his albums, bro? Like a year from now, we're gonna rank.
But it's the artistic. He's just the greatest, bro. He's Jay and Nas put together. Jay, Nas, he's all the greats in one body.
I think you're going to piss some people off when you say that.
I don't give a fuck.
You're going to piss off J. Cole fans. Like, man, J. Cole deserves to be in that ranking, man.
J. Cole ain't did enough.
I like J. Cole, but it's just not enough moments. That's my only thing.
In my opinion, J. Cole is one dimensional. He's
Okay,
great
okay.
at being one dimensional.
Well, see, that's when we disagree on that. Because J. Cole's great.
No, I ain't say he's not great. He's great at being one dimensional. He can rap his ass off.
I just think Kendrick just set. I mean,
That's why Jay-Z told Drake, "Hey, get him one." I understand it. It's not a knock to him. He's amazing. He can rap his ass off. But when we talk about, all right, here's the thing with J. Cole that he loses to Kendrick, or I think he's better at this. He's better at it than Drake is. J. Cole's albums don't always hit the mark.
What you mean?
So J. Cole makes great records, but when it comes to creating a concise album that's just undeniable, we know it's a classic. Other than 2014 Forest Hill Drive, you tell me another album that was just a classic, undeniable.
That's my classic.
What else?
Friday Night Lights. That's a mixtape.
What else? Born Sinner is not a classic. Hey.
It's you know what it is?
Hold on. Put it like this. Does he have better? And I'm only comparing them because this has been the conversation. Does he have better albums than Kendrick? Yeah. Does he have better albums than Drake? They neck and neck, in my opinion.
Shit. Me personally, I think J. Cole got better albums.
You can say that, but
Just preference.
Drake got So Far Gone, which you can put Friday Night
Lights compared to.
Take Care.
No. Thank Me Later, Sideline Story. Thank Me Later was his first album. Sideline Story was his first album.
I'm talking about Take Care.
Oh, that's going against Born. Oh, Take Care is better than Born Center.
Nothing Was the Same.
Versus 2014. Oh, god damn. Now we talking. now that's a conversation. Nothing Was the Same, because I think Nothing Was the Same and 2014 is a classic.
I agree.
That's their junior albums.
But nah.
Shit. Yeah, it's their junior albums.
Hold on,
Thank
wait
Me Later, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. That's the first three. J. Cole's first three is Sideline, Born Center, then 2014. Bro, 2014 and Nothing Was the Same?
That's a tough one.
Woo!
I don't care what you say. That's a tough one.
That's
tough.
Nigga, that's their junior albums, bro.
That's tough. Because Nothing Was the Same. Man, look.
So here's the thing. Now we get into a different discussion because now we're not comparing, because we already agreed that Kendrick's already here when it comes to the three.
Yeah.
As far as just everything.
But it's
now
here's
Drake
the thing.
and Cole's catalog is similar.
Hold on. It's been like that. It's been like that. If we being completely honest, it's been like that. He's been the better between the three since the beginning.
If you really look back, if you take away the noise and public perception, if you just listen to music, yeah.
It's been better.
Quality-wise, yeah, for
you
sure.
have to crown this man as the greatest. Even when it came to the battling, I told niggas straight up, Dre don't want to see that nigga. Don't even ignore him. Cole, ignore him. Because obviously we see you not willing to go as far as he is.
This nigga cut his grandma off, nigga. Nigga told his grandma, nigga, you gotta go.
So now y'all fighting for in reality, y'all fighting for two.
In reality, yeah. Their catalog is more similar than Kendrick's compared to them.
Yeah.
Because Kendrick really hasn't You try to find a miss. Like, you see, like you seen on social media, people try to find a miss in a
Yeah,
song. Oh,
you
boom,
can't.
bam. You finally trying to find something. Like with them two, their catalogs is more similar.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because think about it now. We had to struggle between Nothing Was the Same in 2014.
And that's a tough conversation. I ain't gonna lie to you. If we went down the list, that's tough. That's very tough. And
But after
Cole
that,
was rapping his ass off.
but I will say this. After that, Cole shit on his catalogs, though. KOD, For Your Eyes Only.
I ain't like For Your Eyes Only.
I didn't like it, but I like it more than I liked CLB.
I have to go back and
Quality
listen
wise,
to it.
like I'm not.
Well, now you got to think about Scorpion. Was Scorpion better than For Your Eyes Only?
Yeah, I'll take that.
No, was Views better than For Your
You
Eyes
know how I
Only?
feel about Views. It let me down. But I will take Views over 4 Yards Only, though.
I like the album, but it's not.
But off season is better than CLB and For All the Dogs put together.
I agree.
Easily. Nigga, Might Delete Later is one of my top 5 albums of the year. Like,
I agree.
bro, oh my God. Yeah, back half J. Cole versus back half Drake. Oh, please.
But we not. But okay, one thing though, Akil, we can't sit here and make it seem like Drake ain't come with
I'm
some
not.
shit.
No, I'm
for
talking about the
years.
back half. I'm just talking about post Scorpion.
I agree.
Just post Scorpion.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying. Like versus a J. Cole, where that catalog is, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too off the rail. So if you saying like post, because a lot of artists sometimes when they hit a certain album, and after that they kind of like whatever. Are we taking 2020 to 2024 Drake or 2020 to 2024 Kanye?
I'm taking Drake.
Over Kanye's latest catalogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kanye ain't been the same since fucking.
I just know these allegations with the court orders. Niggas owe me an apology.
Life of Pablo.
You don't like the shit with Ty Dolla $ign?
Nah.
Is it because the expectation we had with Kanye what we first seen to now, or Donda was tough, man. Donda is one of my favorite albums, dog. Donda's amazing. Donda was amazing, fucking amazing, dog.
But over.
God Breathes, so that's one of my favorite songs in the past.
Okay, was
5
Donda
years.
better than CLB?
Yes. Donda was hard. Man, come on. Moon with Kid Cudi and Don Toliver? Bro, I'm quality over quantity, dog. Like that
I don't
album,
know.
bro.
For me, I was a Kanye fan. I'm a college dropout. Graduation. My beautiful dark twisted fantasies. I didn't too much like Life of Pablo.
Like Papa was, bro. I'm taking 2024 Kanye over Drake.
I
bro.
like Yeezus.
Past 5 years, I'm taking Kanye still.
I don't know.
Donda was tough.
I personally would take Drake 2020 through 2020.
So the past 5 years, you taking Drake over.
Yeah.
Kanye was tough, man. I don't know. Vulture's one was. I mean, shit. Like, I don't know, bro. Kanye was tough. Kanye past 5 years was tough. Like, you taking Drake? Shit, dog. That Donda was.
You know, Akil biased as hell.
Nah, it's not that. Niggas owe me an apology, bro. After the court orders, once I saw that court order, I said, "Oh, nigga, my ranking is nigga, this shit is aging."
Hold on, before we get it, let me use the restroom.
That's fine. No, I think he can edit. No, he edit out. Oh, what? Hey, what's the min? Does it say minutes on there? put up my notes real quick.
Look at Durlo. Durlo.
All right, come on.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I'm just saying, niggas owe me an apology, bro, with that ranking, bro. That shit aging like fine wine, bro. After them court orders. Bro, okay. Let's look back at the rankings. Like, real talk, let's look back at the rankings to now. With everything that transpired.
Yeah, it's looking bad.
You know what I'm saying?
It's looking bad. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So, I might be right now.
Yeah. Now. But the question is, does he even give a fuck?
No. That's the whole point. He don't give a fuck to be the greatest rapper of all time. He wants to be the greatest artist.
Yeah.
That's what, you know what? See, I don't want to keep talking about Drake this whole time. I'll move on because remember what was that song he did? He was like, I'm one hit away from Michael Jackson, beat it or whatever.
Yeah. See, but even saying that, I feel like,
That
bro,
is,
but it's a different time.
Bro, like,
It's a different. You talking about hits, and then when we start talking about records sold,
you know what it's like?
huh? Bro, Thriller is what? How many times?
Thriller's still the
Diamond?
most high-selling album of all time. Yeah. And then you have to go to the store to buy the albums.
Exactly. It's a different. This is a
You know what
different
it's
ball
like?
game.
You know, remember when James Harden became second greatest 3-point shooter of all time on the list? Are we going to sit here and say he's a better 3-point shooter than Ray Allen, Reggie Miller,
No.
Klay Thompson? It's not the, you know what I mean? It's
No,
not
I
the
agree.
same.
I agree.
So I'm like, come on, bro. Like, okay, you're number 2 on the list, but are you a greater shooter than these?
Nah.
Like, I'm still taking these niggas as shooters
Facts.
over you.
Facts.
So when it comes to, I beat Michael Jackson's hit records, nigga, you don't have more quality hits than Michael. You don't have more quality hits than goddamn who else he beat? The Beatles? Nah, that's not my time, but Michael Jackson, bro, come on, dog. That's the whole point. Like, nah, bro, I don't give a fuck about that shit. So we'll just see where it goes from here. I just don't think it's mixed with the court order. I said it. It's mixed. With the court order, it's very mixed. But that's just how everything is right now. Everything has changed. But I do want to touch on what y'all talking about in the group, because I was doing a lot of things earlier with the Texans real quick. Just briefly. I don't want to talk about it too much. Because there's a pie chart. And I think we got a fucking break right now. We got the bye coming up.
Yeah.
I think everybody needs to simmer down a little bit. Because, all right, I think everybody's like in this fucking panic mode type shit. And people want to blame one, not the other, and all this other. Let's just all agree. There's a pie chart of blame to go through with the Texans. Slowick, the O-line coach, the O-line, and Stroud. And 2 to 5% is D'Amico. Okay? I seen what y'all talking about earlier. I seen what y'all talking about in the group early, in the group message. Bro, it is a collective blame that has to go around. Let's just call it what it is, bro. Everybody got to get some type of blame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to
hold on. Before you get, my problem was they was trying to blame the defense.
Who?
Well,
they played bad against the Titans last week. They let Cheek a run for 70 yards.
How much can you expect them to? They held it down as much as you can. Goddamn.
I know.
What the fuck you want? They scored a touchdown. Didn't they score a touchdown on defense?
I forgot. I know they got a pick.
We got a couple turnovers. What more can you ask from these niggas?
They tired. I know. They just had a game Monday
bro.
night. I know. Trust me. I know.
They handling their business.
So, and that's what I'm saying. I think it's just a lot of things we forget. Stroud, second year. Slowick, second year. Tunsil, gotta go. Get his ass out.
Yeah, we gotta trade his ass.
Please. I don't give a fuck if it's a rookie we gotta draft. Get rid of him. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, him and his passport boys can go.
Yeah, because his leadership is minimal.
You don't get paid that much to do what the shit you're doing.
When the last time y'all seen CJ Stroud get sacked and them niggas come and help him up?
Today, right? Today. If they ain't helping him Stroud, that's a problem.
I didn't see him get pushed in the out of bounds and him arguing with niggas and the O-line ain't nowhere to be found.
Because the O-line is soft.
Yeah.
It's not, they don't have enough. They ain't got no Trent Williams or Deion Dawkins or Penei Sewell. Like, you know, it's just not cookie cutter O-line. You know.
Man, look.
But I will say this, though. I'm not expecting them to get out the first round. Because one of the three teams is going to be the Ravens, Chargers, Steelers.
I think they might get out the first round, but they not going no further than the second.
That first going to be if they get the first round, I won't be shocked. But that second round, no deal. It's to the point where that's done.
Yeah. I just think it's a reset. It needs to be a reset. It needs to be a reset. It needs to be a reset. I feel like CJ Stroud. It's crazy because even from the beginning of the season, we were all saying the same exact things. Like, damn, they not connected on all cylinders right now. Even that first game, we was like, 13-3.
Shut up. We got it on video. 13-3.
Who said that? Akil, right?
I did say 14-3. Yeah, I'm thinking if I'm 10-7, Strauss and Slow is rookie year, and you add Mixon, Danielle Hunter, Diggs, I'm like, well, shit. Okay, well, I'm expecting you to get to 3-4 losses next year, and you get a first 1 or 2 seed.
I agree.
I'm expecting that, but the way everything played out, it's like, oh shit, these dudes here is a problem.
But I feel like it's more of a. I don't think that they all. I think one thing I do feel like Stephon Diggs is missed. Like you can tell Stephon Diggs ain't around because I feel like that O-line.
His leadership, dog.
Yeah, like I don't feel like they're listening to CJ Stroud.
Diggs a leader, dog. There's the guy gonna get the rod up. Yeah, he's that guy.
I feel like when he was in Buffalo, they felt a certain type of way about him, mainly because they didn't want to hear what he's saying. Because Josh Allen was trying to be that voice, and Stephon Diggs was that voice, so there's an issue. I feel like with the Texans, because of his experience, everybody listened to him in the locker room.
You need a dog on the team.
Yeah. I don't think they listen to CJ Stroud right now.
Who's the dog on the offense right now?
Nobody.
Mixon is the one that's talking.
Yeah, but I feel like the O-line, Mixon ain't going to get on your ass like Stephon Diggs going to get on your ass.
And I never thought Diggs was a diva. I think that was a bad person.
He was bad.
That's fine. Walk away then, nigga. That's fine. He ain't never liked Diggs.
Hey, I ain't going to lie to you. I pray that we can re-sign Diggs. Huh? What?
Do a lot of talking. I don't think they look like my whole thing is like.
Darla, where you going?
He's going to the car.
You know, I understand what you guys are coming from, but like, you talking about the experiences of what? Like you said, Diggs got the experience of what? Losing in big game.
Well, I mean,
No. So it's just more like no. I just think like, I think CJ did a lot of commercials this summer. A lot of podcasting with Micah Parsons, but I just think like I don't think this team needs like that barking. They just need. I think they're capable of playing with any team in the NFL when fully healthy. But I don't think the answer was talking. I just didn't think that the discipline of an O-line and everything else. I don't think it's about the barking though, because I just think like. If Stephon Diggs is your leader and your hype guy, I think you're in trouble. I I personally believe that you're in trouble because like you can't tell me a guy that's gonna lead me, but he hasn't led anybody. He forced him because it just looked like you guys were saying that, but he forces his way out of Buffalo, and it just looks like Buffalo's playing better without him.
Yeah, Josh Allen's better without him. Josh Allen's better without Diggs because Diggs.
I've been always just a personal believer that when you're a high caliber receiver like that, you guys want the ball so much. That's why I don't believe that equates to championships.
This past year, Diggs, when he was his last year with Buffalo, you didn't really hear him talk a lot that last year. He didn't. But when he got with the Texans, all right, nigga, I'm on my third team. I can't be doing a lot, nigga. I can't be saying wild stuff or having attitude, or I'm gonna be out the league like Dez Bryant was. I'm gonna be out the league. So I'm gonna take a leader. I'm gonna be a leader. When he got traded over there off season, he was working out with them. They was hanging out. They was kicking. They probably seen everything. They know what he do, his lifestyle. You know.
And he knows under Mike's stroke too. So like.
Yeah, you gotta do the right thing. Leader. He was talking. You ain't never seen him do like that. And when they was down in the games, he was on the sideline talking in the huddle, talking them up. Let's get going. Come on, bro. Let's get it going.
Okay.
Nobody ain't doing that for the Texans.
But let me ask you a question. What percentage of it do you feel like is more because he actually liked being with the Texans to where he felt like, hey, let me coach these cats up?
To me, it's like Derlin said, I don't think it's 50-50. I think it's that he knows that he better be on his best behavior or he's going to be out the league.
I ain't gonna lie to you. For some reason,
like when you get to a new environment and new thing, obviously you've heard about what he's done in the past. So I don't know if it's a liking. Would it help? Yeah, but like I don't think it comes down to liking because we know that Diggs is almost out of his prime years. So like I truly believe that to me, who gives a fuck if you like it or not? You're in the NFL.
Okay, let me ask you. Okay, hold on. Has Diggs made his money?
Yes.
Yeah, he made his money.
Do you think he gives a fuck about all that extra shit?
One thing I'm not liking with Diggs right now, why you ain't with the team right now?
I agree.
Why you not in Jacksonville right now?
But I think that's
you in Miami. Where was he at?
Yeah, he was with Young Miami.
Miami with Young Miami?
Mm-hmm.
Why you ain't with the team, Trevor? We need you on the sideline.
That's true. I never seen him on the sideline yet.
It's funny, Aiden Hutchinson was in the box for Thanksgiving.
What was Diggs? Diggs was.
Was in the suite.
So Diggs has never been on the sideline or in the box at all with the games?
I don't know.
Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson's out for the year until if they go to the Super Bowl, he'll play.
The Detroit.
No, Aiden Hutchinson.
Aiden. I'm thinking about Xavier Hutchinson.
But wait, Diggs was never been on the sideline for the games?
I don't know.
I ain't seen him.
I ain't seen him.
That nigga was just out of town with Young Miami.
I gotta ask some questions.
But I don't think he expects to come back. I think he believes that he's gonna get the big bag.
Yeah, I'm not.
Which
really,
I don't think he's gonna get the big bag.
This might be his last year. I think he's just bringing back.
I think they should. Depends how the season ends. Like I said, it's not getting past the second round this year. It's not getting past the second round. Because you're going to get a fourth seed. So when you're a fourth seed, you're going to play either the Ravens or Steelers, because one was going to be the fifth, and one's going to be the second seed. Will look like the Ravens in the first round. Or the Chargers. Right? My issue is that it's not going to be Stroud. It's going to be more so the O-line. If you go against the Chargers, that O-line's not blocking Bosa and Khalil Mack. When you go against the Steelers, you're not blocking fucking T.J. Watt versus Titus Howard. Oh God, come on,
Yeah.
Stop that. It's not even 2.5 sacks, nigga. That's the over under, nigga. 2.5 sacks for T.J. Watt.
Yeah.
That's not happening, bro. Like no.
Would you say the O-line played good these last 3 games?
Better.
No, cause then they fucked up.
But
The first,
Today, CJ didn't really get touched like that.
they fucked up last game.
But we playing fucking Jacksonville.
They fucked up against Tennessee.
Tennessee? Yeah, Tennessee.
Nico had a touchdown. They caught up Tunsil 78. Bring it back. Legal man downfield. Cowboys. First play of the game. Nico touchdown. Call it back. 78. Tunsil. No, fuck that.
Shit, we lost the Tennessee game off of safety.
They try to call C.J. Stroud Dan Orlovsky. Man, that's different, bro. Dan wasn't even nobody was close to that nigga. Stroud was getting pressured and had to run out of bounds.
It's not much you can do. As soon as you get out the pocket, somebody right fucking there. They not even blocking a soul. I seen a nigga. I don't know what was the game before the Tennessee game.
Dallas.
Not Dallas. It was another game before.
Hold on, you some.
It was one of them games where motherfuckers literally went through the line
And got to Stroud.
Didn't get.
That's the Packers.
The Lions.
The Packers too.
Oh, the Packers too.
When Titus Howard tripped.
Yeah,
Big ass nigga.
this nigga ain't get touched.
They got some problems, bro. It's gonna be some problems.
And you know what I'm afraid of? Because this is Houston activity. Them niggas ain't gonna do shit on the O-line. They gonna bring all them niggas back. Because even when they re-signed Titus Howard and all them motherfuckers out, you remember when we sat down with B-Enemy?
Oh, DJ, yeah.
When we sat down with him, I asked him, I was like, why did they bring him back? Like, what's the O-line gonna do? He said, that's the $1 million question. Why would you re-sign this motherfucker? We all knew he was weak. Come on, bro.
Because you know why they did. So you know Titus Howard was a Bill O'Brien pick, and Laramie Tunsil was a signing they had to make due to letting Dwayne Brown go off of some off the field shit because of what he stood against.
Wait, we talk about
Bob McNair.
Bob McNair being racist.
So they want to overpay for Laramie Tunsil, who didn't deserve to be paid that amount, because you're paying him to be a Trent Williams, literally, and he's not that.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
But I feel like they all knew that.
Yeah. Okay, that's a bit, but that's the issue.
Yeah,
they're cooked. They're cooked.
Well, let's pray.
We gonna see. Real with Akil. UFM TV. Rudy. Derlo Easy. We out.
GNX Album of the Year.